Hey guys, this is me, Michael, and today we're playing Robotech Battlecry for the PlayStation 2 on the PlayStation 3, as you can see by the top of the screen. I did play this when it first came out, and I had a good time with it. I didn't have a lot of money, and I went to what I guess some may consider the dreaded GameStop, but sometimes you can find good stuff. I purchased this game for 89 cents, and it's not a bad game. When it came out, I think it got like 7s and 8s. So I've never really watched the show. I might have seen a few episodes when I was a little kid. There's comic books, and I had some action figures and stuff. Like I said, I might have seen like a couple of shows or whatever, but I'm not a huge anime fan. I appreciate it. I watch it from time to time, but I couldn't tell you the history if my life depended on it. So, but I know a lot of people really liked this Robotech series and Macross series, or whatever they called it, and always wanted a decent game in the U.S. for it. I know games in Japan came out for this on several different systems, and I believe there was one coming to the U.S. on the Nintendo 64. I'm gonna pick easy just for this video, and yeah, it got canceled. So this came out way later on, and most of the fans apparently like it. Apparently it has most of the voice actors, if not all of them, from the TV show. It seems cool. It does have that 80s, late 70s cartoon vibe. Let me check the controller. Here you can view the controller with me. This does support progressive scan, so you can play it in that if you would like. Unfortunately, I have composite cables, and we are recording on S-Video, actually, one step above composite, but not the progressive scan deal that you would get with component cables. So X is boost, O is secondary weapon, special ability, primary. Alright, and as you can see, if you use the directional keys, you're able to transform into a lot of cool, like, little novelty things, robots and whatnot. I'm sorry if you're a fan of this series and I'm insulting you, like, in any way by, like, just not taking this seriously, but again, I know nothing about it. I probably would appreciate it more if I watched the show. Maybe it's on Netflix. Maybe I'll check it out. Again, 89 cents game. I remember that was fun.
My name is Jack Archer, and I'm a
So apparently the Liquid Snake
I was born
basically
just before the global war.
like narrates this. Cool. Or the guy that plays Liquid Snake. Bad joke. I know. My commentary is awesome. Yeah, I'm skipping the cutscenes for the simple fact that I don't have enough time.
We are under attack by alien invaders in Sector 412. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. All forces proceed in battle formation.
So we're in jet form.
This is the real thing. Destroy all targets. We've got to cut them off before.
Alright. So it's like Wing Commander, where it has a little target that helps you lead something that be extremely helpful for people like me who aren't very good at Battlefield 3, but I'm getting the hang of it. It's a completely different video altogether. And this video is going to be extremely outdated now if somebody watches this in the future. So I'm mentioning playing Battlefield 3. This must have been how Fred Savage felt when he filmed The Wizard, not realizing that people would watch the movie years from now. So, using the right stick to target. As you see, the graphics are pretty nice. They're cel shaded, which is kind of cliche now, and at the time, like almost every game ever was cel shaded, it seemed like. Now, as you can see, it's like barely used. But this game, it's appropriate because it was supposed to be like the TV show. Now, as far as progressive scan goes, I haven't tried it in progressive scan, but I have noticed if you have like a PlayStation 3 that plays PS2 games, it's had an upscale in it if the game supports progressive scan, and your TV actually supports progressive scan, because sometimes, like, for whatever reason, some TVs don't, even though they're HDMI. It just has trouble lowering the resolution, which is weird. I just found that out when I hooked it up to I hooked my PlayStation 3 up to a different TV and tried to play progressive scan on a PlayStation 2 game. But anyway, if your TV supports it and you have a PlayStation 3 that plays PlayStation 2 games, sometimes progressive scan looks better in my personal opinion than the upscaled versions. You see the pixels better, because I think the upscaled versions use this the PlayStation 3's weird version of anti-aliasing that kind of blurs stuff out a little bit. Like, especially for like the some of the compilations on the PlayStation 2 that are sprite based. Like, for instance, like the Capcom compilations look way better on progressive scan when they do upscale. You can see like the individual pixels a lot better. I don't know why I'm not using missiles. I keep on forgetting I have it. I do like the trails of the missiles here. Oh, we're taking them to school. I'm putting on my sunglasses over my visor so they're being stretched. I hope they're not expensive. But yeah, you can turn to a robot, which looks cool, but I don't think it's really worthwhile in this movie. I really want to play Rogue Squadron now, but my Wii and my GameCube are in storage, so I can't guarantee when I'll be able to film any of that, but I would like to sometime in the future, but don't quote me until and if it happens. But yeah, I would really like to play the Rogue Squadron games, and I don't want to emulate them. Plus, I don't think my computer would be fast enough to emulate them anyway and record video with the current equipment I have. So I'd have to play it from the real thing, which I have all the games, so it's no big deal. And I also like to replay the remake of Resident Evil, which I think is awesome. It's one of the games they never like re-released for like the other systems. I think they re-released it for the Wii, but I wouldn't even try to play it with the dreaded controller, although the GameCube controller is pretty dreaded for that game too, with that tiny Game Boy D-pad that it had on it. So I'd love it if they brought that game to the PlayStation, but I don't know if that would break a contract or something. I guess you could play it with the Pro controller. I don't know too much about it. I never played the Wii version. But we're playing Robotech. And I apologize if I accidentally at any point call this game Robotron, because I keep on thinking, did I say it or not? So it must be on the mind. So this game kind of seems tedious right now, but it does switch up. Yeah, blew 'em to shreds. Oh, that was super cheesy. I said that without even thinking about it. Ooh, Prometheus. That came out yesterday. Kinda want to see that. But I don't really go to the movies that often, so who knows. Again, I'm dating this. I'm gonna continue showing some ground. Maybe this will be robot mode. Who knows? Oh.
SDF-1 control to Wolf 10, an alien assault.
Kind of looks like those things from Ninja Turtles. I've seen almost every single episode of Ninja Turtles, and I can't even tell you what they are. If you're a fan, you know. So this is some...
Remember, Macross City wasn't made to accommodate anything the size of a Veritech, so you're going to run out of room pretty fast. You new pilots should stick to Battleoid mode until you develop your skills.
I guess this is Battleoid mode. This control's kind of weird. Come on. Dual analog stick would be preferred. See, everything that you do from up to down. Yeah, let me be a robot. I can't deal with the, like, aiming up and down with one stick. See, I'm so used to playing first-person shooters. Like, I'm used to using dual analog sticks, and this game isn't supporting it for me. I don't know if that's an option or not, but I'm not liking the control right now. So I'm so accustomed to now. Like, I can't play some of these older games very well, but I felt the same way the first time I played with dual analog sticks. It's kind of weird how things work out. The brain is a mysterious thing. So this kind of reminds me of Armored Core. That was a lot of missiles. All aimed at me. So you can thrust backward, forwards. That's cool. I don't like holding the shoulder buttons to strafe though. Back to good old Armored Core. Because this game was made in the 80s, we don't need 80s controls, though they didn't have these complicated controls in the 80s, so that was kind of a moot point. But I don't know what, but all I know is this city looks like it was made by Crayola Crown Company. Oh, you got a sniper rifle. How did I not push triangle this time? I'm not gonna lie, the game does ramp up after this, but you see is what you get on this video, unfortunately. Give me a break. I really need to relook at what some of these controls do because I'm kind of at a loss. So, can I turn to a jet? That wasn't wise. I'm not sure if that thing even has brakes on it. They call this compromise mode. Really terrible controls. I don't like this mode at all. It is so difficult to control. Like, that was such a terrible idea to use the right stick for targeting. Where's robot mode? This is the only mode I seem to be able to use. At least this mode has some sort of lock on. But anyway, this will be a long ass video if I keep on playing. This is Robotech Battlecry, not a bad game. kind of tedious a little bit at first. If I recall, it does get better. I can't complain for 89 cents. If you're interested in this series, it's not a bad game. Just don't expect something that's going to blow your mind or anything, and it doesn't have that nostalgic appeal to it. It's kind of in there in the middle. Maybe years later down the line, it'll be a classic, but not today. So, if you're interested and you can find it cheap, I wouldn't say it's a terrible game. It's fun for what it is. So, if you like the video, please subscribe, click like, of course, and leave a message. And if you've already been a subscriber, thank you for supporting, and please like the video if you like it, and please leave a message. And like I've said, check the channel description and see how you can request a video, which is basically like sending me a message. And I have a list of consoles I'm accepting games for. And as you can see in my subscription list, the line isn't terribly huge, so I'd be more than happy to take your request. And from this date that this video was posted, you have a pretty good chance of being the next video. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and you guys take care. Alright, bye.